November 2022. A 30-year-old billionaire watches $8 billion disappear in real time. His net worth goes from $16 billion to zero in 3 days. And during a $200 million pitch call with Sequoia Capital, he wasn't answering questions. He was playing League of Legends, mid-game, on camera. The investors saw it. They wired the money anyway. This is how the biggest fraud in crypto history happened in plain sight. Sam Bankman-Fried didn't look like a billionaire. Messy hair, cargo shorts, sleeping on a beanbag in his office. He drove a Toyota Corolla, was vegan, talked endlessly about saving the world. Stanford professor parents, MIT physics degree, ex-Jane Street trader. He called his philosophy effective altruism. Make as much money as possible, then give it all away. But later, under oath, his girlfriend would testify it wasn't accidental. The hair, the clothes, the beanbag. Sam believed looking sloppy made people underestimate him. Too awkward to lie. Too nerdy to scheme. It wasn't authenticity. It was camouflage. In 2017, Sam founded Alameda Research with a few other traders, including his girlfriend, Caroline Ellison. They exploited a simple glitch in the system. Bitcoin was worth more in Asia than in the US. Buy here, sell there. Sometimes making $1 million in a single day. By late 2018, Sam was already a multimillionaire, but he wanted more. He launched FTX, a crypto exchange where users could place high-risk bets using leverage. By 2021, over 1 million users. $32 billion valuation. Celebrity endorsements from Tom Brady, Larry David, Steph Curry. A Super Bowl ad mocking crypto skeptics. Sam became crypto's adult in the room, the respectable face of the industry. At age 29, worth $16 billion. And that's when the crime actually started. FTX told customers their money was safe, separated, untouchable, like a bank. That was a lie. Behind the scenes, Alameda had a secret privilege. Special code, written by FTX's co-founder Gary Wang, allowed Alameda to withdraw customer funds with no limits, no collateral, no liquidation, no alarms. Customer deposits didn't sit in accounts. They flowed straight into Alameda's bets. Risky trades, venture capital investments, real estate, political donations. By early 2022, Alameda owed FTX $10 billion. And the collateral backing that debt? A token FTX created itself. And Robinhood stock Sam bought with money he borrowed from Alameda, which was customer money. Money backed by confidence, confidence backed by nothing. Sam didn't hide. He bought influence. He became one of the largest political donors in America, publicly to Democrats, privately to Republicans, through what he called dark money, because, as he admitted in leaked messages, reporters are super liberal. He lobbied Congress on crypto regulation, testified before the House Financial Services Committee as an expert, got photographed with politicians, called a visionary, and when investors asked hard questions. November 2021. Sequoia Capital pitch call. Sam is playing League of Legends, actively, mid-pitch. One partner later called it a hair-blown-back meeting. They invested $214 million. Later, journalists checked his League of Legends stats. He wasn't even good at the game. November 2nd, 2022. CoinDesk publishes one article. It reveals Alameda Research's balance sheet, which had been leaked. Not cash, not Bitcoin, not real assets. Mostly FTX's own token, FTT, a token with low trading volume that FTX itself controlled. Translation: the empire is backed by monopoly money. If the token drops, Alameda collapses. If Alameda collapses, FTX collapses. And customers see it all at once. Withdrawal requests flood in. FTX doesn't have the money. Hundreds of thousands of users refresh their accounts and see the same message. Withdrawals paused. November 6th, Binance's CEO announces his company will sell $580 million worth of FTT. The price collapses. Sam and Binance's CEO start arguing on Twitter. Sam insists everything is fine. November 8th, FTX freezes all withdrawals. Sam tweets, FTX is fine. Assets are fine. It wasn't. Behind the scenes, employees are desperately trying to sell anything they can. The Arena naming rights, their stock clearing subsidiary, anything to raise cash. Binance announces a non-binding agreement to acquire FTX. For one moment, it looks like salvation. November 9th, one day later, Binance walks away. Reports of mishandled customer funds. Pending U.S. investigations. Sam Bankman-Fried's net worth goes from $16 billion to zero in 72 hours. The SEC opens an investigation. The CFTC opens an investigation. The Bahamas freezes FTX's assets. November 11th, FTX files for bankruptcy. More than 130 companies, over 100,000 creditors, 10 to 50 billion in liabilities. Sam resigns. He's replaced by John J. Ray III, the man who cleaned up Enron. Ray's assessment? Never in my career have I seen such a complete failure of corporate controls. He oversaw Enron. He said FTX was worse. Most disgraced CEOs disappear, hire lawyers, go silent. Sam went on a press tour, podcasts, interviews, Twitter threads. He admitted he got a little cocky, wasn't spending time managing risk, called it messy accounting and huge management failures, but insisted he didn't knowingly commingle funds and didn't ever try to commit fraud. Then he made it worse. Mid-November, Sam started Twitter DMing with Kelsey Piper, a reporter at Vox, and he said the quiet part out loud. His advocacy for crypto regulation? Just PR? Regulators? They make everything worse. They don't protect customers at all. What about ethics? The effective altruism he'd built his entire image on? Yeah, it's mostly a front. He called it a dumb game. We woke Westerners play where we say all the right shibboleths and so everyone likes us. The reporter published the DMs. The world watched a billionaire confess to fraud in real time. December 12, 2022, 6 p.m., Bahamas. Sam Bankman is arrested. Charges: wire fraud, securities fraud, money laundering, campaign finance violations. He'd been scheduled to testify before Congress the next day. Maximum sentence: 110 years. 9 days later, his closest allies flip. Caroline Ellison, his ex-girlfriend, CEO of Alameda Research, pleads guilty, agrees to cooperate. Gary Wang, FTX's co-founder and chief technology officer, pleads guilty, agrees to cooperate. Both say the same thing. Sam directed everything. October 2023, the trial. Sam shows up in a suit, hair trimmed. Clean cut, very different from the messy-haired image everyone knew. Caroline Ellison takes the stand. She testifies that the hair, the clothes, the beanbag, all of it was calculated. He thought the wild hair made him seem more authentic, she said. It was an important part of FTX's narrative and image. She testifies Sam directed her to create fake balance sheets to send to lenders. Gary Wang takes the stand. He testifies he wrote code at Sam's direction, giving Alameda special privileges on FTX. With some simple tweaks to computer code, he said, I helped Alameda Research misappropriate as much as $65 billion from FTX customers. He admitted, I lied about this to the public. Sam takes the stand in his own defense, claims he didn't know about the $8 billion hole until right before the collapse. Claims he only skimmed the fraudulent balance sheets. The jury doesn't believe him. November 2nd, 2023, guilty on all 7 counts. March 28, 2024, sentencing. Sam Bankman, 25 years in federal prison, $11 billion in forfeiture. But his co-conspirators? Caroline Ellison, who was CEO of Alameda and knew everything, 2 years. Gary Wang, who wrote the code that enabled the fraud, time served. 0 prison time. Nishad Singh, FTX's director of engineering, time served. 0 prison time. The people who cooperated walked. The guy who built the system served 0 days. The mastermind, got 25 years. Here's the part that shouldn't make you feel better. Most customers are getting their money back. Not because the fraud wasn't real, but because crypto prices went up after the collapse. By April 2023, bankruptcy administrators had recovered $7.3 billion of the $8 billion in missing funds. The Bitcoin and Ethereum FTX held appreciated. The venture capital investments Alameda made with stolen money, like a $500 million investment in Anthropic, increased in value. They got lucky. As one lawyer put it, "We lucked into enough money to pay everyone back is not a legal defense to fraud." Sam Bankman-Fried is currently serving his sentence at a federal prison in Los Angeles. In March 2025, he gave an unsanctioned interview to Tucker Carlson from prison, made what the press called an indirect pitch to Donald Trump for a pardon. He was immediately placed in solitary confinement, then transferred from New York to Los Angeles. In January 2026, Trump ruled him out. Not among those pardoned. Appeals are pending. Could take years. But here's what this story's really about. Sam Bankman-Fried didn't hack anyone. He didn't build revolutionary technology. He convinced smart people to stop asking questions. And the disguise wasn't complex. It was messy hair, cargo shorts, a beanbag, and a video game running during a pitch call. So here's the question. Did the cooperators get off too easy? Gary Wang wrote the code that let Alameda steal $65 billion. He served 0 days. Caroline Ellison was CEO of Alameda and knew everything. She got 2 years. Sam got 25. Was justice served? Or did the system just need one face to punish while the people who built the machine walked free? Drop a comment. I genuinely want to know what you think.